Boys, UFC Fight Night, Moreno versus Albazi just finished up, and as you can see, we got that main card here. A few losers, but majority are the winners. We also got that prelim card. We'll run through that real quick, but we're focusing on that main card now. I'm not gonna lie, like I said in my prediction video, this card had the potential of being really fun. I think it fell flat. I think the redeeming part was the main event, not the co-main event, the main event. The co-main event was so frustrating to watch, but we'll get to that as we get down to those fighters. And yeah, Brendson Moreno showing a masterclass. I literally predicted this shit to the T. I said Brendson Moreno, he took some time off. He's going to be rejuvenated. He's going to have more motivation than ever, and we're going to see a prime of Brendson Moreno. That's exactly what happened. Now, are we taking into consideration that maybe Amir Albazi was had a little bit of ring rust here? No, fuck that. I'm just saying Brendson Moreno was peak. We're not taking anything away from Brendson Moreno. We got peak Brendson Moreno here. And the thing is, flyweight is such a mess right now. Right now we have Pantoja defending the belt against a newcomer pretty much. So we have Brendson Moreno. I don't know who to match up Brendson Moreno with. So I'm just doing Brendson Moreno, Brandon Royval. We're doing this for, I believe this is the third fight now. Winner of this gets a title shot. Brandon Royval deserves a title shot. Arguably, you could say Brendson Moreno deserves a title shot. Flyweight is so messed up right now. It's hard to actually get a number one contender. So let's run this one next. Number one contender can fight the winner of the upcoming title fight. And before we begin, if you guys like this kind of content, if you guys like this matchmaking videos, I literally do matchmaking every single fight card. Doesn't matter if it's a pay-per-view or just a normal fight night. I do it every single time. So help your boy out, get to 1,000 subscribers. Subscribe, turn those post notifications on so you never miss any of these rare matchmaking videos. Let's go down. Amir Albazi, the loser of this fight. I think we match him up with someone a little bit lower in the rankings. I would like to see Albazi. He did kind of get his ass beat all 5 rounds. Let's be realistic. Took a shit ton of damage. Man was wobbled practically every single round. Surprising that Moreno didn't get the finish. It is what it is. But I think we match him up sometime early/mid next year. Azum Alambayev. I think we do this one next. Fun matchup. Azum Alambayev just coming off the retiring win over Matus Nicolau. Literally got Nicolau kicked out of the UFC after that fight. So I think we run this one next. I think Albazi, he was on a good win streak. Needs to climb the ladder a little bit more now because of this loss. Let's go down. One of the most frustrating fights to watch this whole year. Fucking Thug Rose literally just throwing away the win. I don't know what to say. Erin Blanchfield got it done. Good for her. Called out Alexa Grasso. Let's run that one next. Alexa Grasso, Erin Blanchfield. We could also do, in the meantime, I want to see Valentina versus Marine Farhat. Winner that gets the winner of this fight. Easy, boom, number one contender fight. Maybe if Valentina wins and Alexa wins, we don't necessarily run that one back, I would think Alexa needs maybe one more win after that. I don't necessarily want to see those two fight for, like the 4th time now. I think I'm good. So if Erin wins, she fights the winner of the upcoming title fight. Let's keep going down. Rose, I might be a little bit too harsh, but that performance was so hard to watch. She looked amazing in the first 2 rounds. I don't know what happened in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Literally threw away that win. It's time to hang him up, buddy. Let's be realistic. It's time to hang up those gloves. What else is there for her to accomplish? She isn't getting any younger. She's losing to the top girls in this division. I think it's time to hang them up. Unless you're just here for a paycheck, then okay, we can match you up with maybe someone like honestly, if she wants to keep fighting, match her up with Alexa Grasso. That would be fun, but hang them up, buddy. It's time to go. Let's keep going down. Brendson Ribeiro got it done. Pretty boring fight, to be honest. Like I said, this card had so much opportunity to be a fun card. It just fell short. Brendson Ribeiro got it done. Ivan Urslan, I think, is next up for him. I think this is Ribeiro's first win in the UFC, so it's not like we're going to give him anyone huge up the rankings. I think this guy's like maybe one more spot ahead. He's also 0-1 in the UFC, plus Ribeiro hasn't fought anyone in light heavyweight. Machado was coming down from heavyweight into light heavyweight, so let's say winner of this gets to keep going in the UFC, loser gets cut. Because we have way too many fighters in the UFC that are just ass. Go look at like lightweight. Go look at every division. There's at least like 5 guys who are on a multi-fight losing streak at the bottom of the ranking. Just cut them. We don't need them anymore. You know, we're getting all these new Dana White Contender Series guys. Maybe we bump up that, although it's hard to find the talent. But I don't know. Some of these guys, they literally don't deserve to be in the UFC. But let's keep moving down. Jasmine got it done. I think we move her up slightly to someone who is on a little bit of a losing streak. I believe this girl has lost the last 2 fights. She's a little bit higher in the rankings. Katlyn Kuchagan, I think she might have changed her last name. I don't know, to be honest. I really don't know, but let's match these two up now. I can't remember the last time Katlyn did fight, so should be ready to go anytime now. Jasmine didn't take really any damage this fight, so let's make this sometime next year, early next year. At the end of the day, I don't really care. It's low-level women's MMA, so let's keep moving down. Dustin got it done with a nasty highlight reel KO. Let's match him up with Jung Young Park. I think this would be a fun matchup, you know, a little bit higher in the rankings. I don't know if Park would take this, even considering he is coming off a win, so I don't know if he necessarily takes a fight lower in the rankings, but I think we do this fight. Winner gets a top 15 next. That's how you could get Jung Young Park to take this fight. I think that moves good. Mike Malott got it done. Honestly, a very timid Mike Malott. Like I said, this card had so much opportunity to be such a fun card. Mike Malott, very timid this fight. No finishing instinct. It is what it is. He apologized like a million times after that fight. I think we give him, I don't want to give him a huge bump up in the rankings. Someone who's on a little bit of a losing streak here, you know, coming off losses to, I think, Jake Matthews and Neil Magny, 3-3 in his last 6 fights. Give him Phil Rowe. Phil Rowe, a good test. See if Mike Malott is going to get fraud checked again. That's pretty much what it boils down to. Let's quickly run through these prelims now. I know a lot of you guys don't really care much for those prelims, so we're going to run through this shit super fast. Aiemann Zahabi got it done. I think we gave him a pretty decent boost up the rankings considering he did beat Pedro Munoz. Let's give him Kyler Phillips. Kyler Phillips coming off one of the worst fights in his entire career. So I think this would be a fun matchup. Winner of this gets a top 10 guy, something like that. Charles Jourdain got it done. I think a stupidly underrated fight would be Charles Jourdain, Adrian Yanez. Now, you're probably thinking Adrian Yanez, I thought we were doing Peyton Tabit. No, Peyton Tabit's already scheduled to fight, and it's not against Adrian Yanez. Let's do this one in the meantime. If Peyton Tabit gets it done, and if Adrian Yanez loses, even if he wins, maybe you do that fight. Maybe Adrian Yanez, you can pressure Adrian Yanez to take that fight against Peyton Tabit, win or lose. And let's just say Adrian Yanez does get it done over Charles Jourdain. You can say like, hey, take on Peyton Tabit, winner gets a top 15 fighter, and you can market it that way, make it somewhat reasonable for Adrian Yanez to take. But I think that'd be a super fun matchup. Another super fun matchup you can do, Youssef Zalal versus Andre Fili. I think, again, this would be a really fun matchup. Again, underrated fight right here. This could be I don't know if this could be like main card type of fight, but maybe first fight on the main card of a non-pay-per-view fight. I think that would work here. I think that'd be really fun. Even the Charles Jourdain versus Adrian Yanez could be a co-main event in a non-pay-per-view fight. Super underrated fights, super fun fights for the fans to watch. But let's keep moving down. Romanov got it done. 2 fat heavyweights. Just give him Diniz, you know. I don't know what's going on with Lewis. I don't know if they're going to reschedule that fight. If not, just give him Diniz. You know, give him a little bit jump up in the rankings. Give him Diniz. Winner gets Derek Lewis, if Derek Lewis is going to still fight. But it is what it is. Serhiy Sidey got it done. Brad Katona next. A good gatekeeper. Brad Katona, we can see where Serhiy Sidey is. See if he can get past him like a Brad Katona. And if he does, depending like how well he can get past Brad Katona, we can match him up accordingly. Cody Gibson also got it done. Some guy in this division hasn't fought in feels like 2 years. We're all saying this guy is a future top 15 guy at the very least, a very high level prospect. You know, we're not going to give Cody Gibson, you know, another Unk type of fighter. I think we build off Cody Gibson. We give him a young guy. I think it's time we see the return of Cameron Saaiman. Cameron Saaiman versus Cody Gibson. We see if like Cameron Saaiman was just a fraud this entire time, or, you know, he comes back and gets a bounce back win. I believe he's on a 2-fight losing streak. they're relatively close in the ranking. And yeah, it's been too long since we've seen Cameron Simon. Cody Gibson, Cameron Simon. Let's market this one for whenever DDP fights next. Let's match those guys up for that pay-per-view. That can be on a early prelims main event, something like that. Let's go down. Last fight on the card. Who gives a Jamey-Lyn Horth? Let's match her up with Diana Barboza. Both of these girls, I think Barboza is like, I don't even know if she has a win in the UFC. Regardless, two low-level women's MMA fighters. Let's match those two up next. And yeah, guys, let me know in the comments below, how did you feel about this fight card? Again, fell short. I was so disappointed in that co-main event. That main event, though, that was a good-ass main event. Let's be realistic. One of the best main events we had non-pay-per-view wise. But moving down, we have Magny versus Prades next. I'm probably going to have those predictions out for you guys by Monday, like usual. Let me know who you guys have in that one. I honestly think we're going to see a Prades knockout. I think we're going to see Prades flatline Neil Magny, but we'll wait till Monday. And yeah, quickly look at this, guys. 99% of you guys watch this shit for free. Help your boy out. I'm on that goal to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're like 100-ish away, so help your boy out. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of the video. And yeah, boys, there's really not that much else left to say except for I will see you guys in my next video.